Going into this trilogy of Creed, I have not seen any of them, so I had a lot of catching up to do, and catching up I did. Even with the first Creed initial launch, I found myself not really interested, considering the likes of Avengers, Jurassic World, and Hunger Games came out around the same time, so it's safe to say my attention was directed elsewhere. But I'm definitely glad I gave it a watch, cause first Creed definitely was my favorite. Creed 2, however, was a little bit interesting, cause I feel like the first Creed relied on, or should I say followed, Adonis as he was trying to shake his father's legacy to create his own. Even though initially he wanted to follow in his father's footsteps, later on you find himself kind of pulling away from what his father was and forging his own path. There was at one point in the movie where he even held resentment towards his father for leaving him as a child, for not being there for him, even though he was born after his father's death. We also have a sense of self-identity, finding out who he is and why he fights. Hell, even Rocky in the film had to come to terms with his past and him feeling guilty about Apollo's death, which was definitely made reference to from Rocky 4. But throughout the film, we see Adonis grow and learn who he truly is, and that he doesn't need to be his father to become a great boxer. So he basically started his own legacy. Now, Creed 2 was more so about Rocky. About 20 minutes into the film, Ivan Drago, the same man who killed Adonis's dad, makes a proposal to Rocky to have Adonis fight his son Victor. While Rocky is reluctant at first, Adonis is all for the idea, so they eventually end up taking the fight. Basically, all of the second one was really just Drago trying to get his revenge on Rocky through his son. Something about restoring his honor? But Adonis has no dog in this fight, or does he? I mean, Ivan Drago is the same guy who did kill his father, so I guess this makes sense, but for me, Creed 2 just felt more like the Rocky show than anything. But I will say throughout the Creed films, the different training montages are pretty cool, especially how they change up throughout the films. In the end, Creed 2 ends with Ivan Drago throwing in the towel. In Creed 3, your boy Adonis is back. This time, he's up against an old friend of his. First, I want to start off and say Michael B. Jordan did an excellent job in both lead actor and film direct. I mean, this man has just done it all. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of boxing, but I will say the choreography in that fight was pretty darn good. Even sitting in the theater watching it, I felt some of those punches. There was also a lot of memorable moments throughout the different scenes. It was interesting how the friendship dynamic slowly faded away as the movie went on. But I also like to say that Tessa Thompson is a phenomenal actor. She had a great supporting role. The film was very emotional and I felt every moment of it. Michael B. Jordan balancing both roles as actor and director while still maintaining his same level of vigor and passion was absolutely wonderful. It's truly the heart and soul of this franchise. The different emotions displayed on camera was absolutely insane. Just the sheer intensity of the sport was felt through the screen. The different sounds and editing through the different hits and blows was great. Even some of the slow-mo scenes with anime references, absolutely spectacular. I would say my only gripe with this film is how slow the buildup was, or the pacing. I feel like there was a lot of screen padding time, which was pretty obvious around the hour and 15 mark of the film. Hence why the fight in the middle of the movie where Damien gets the title match is very much necessary, especially for padding screen time. But other than that, the movie was great. I definitely recommend. I would give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. And I'm definitely looking forward to more projects from Michael B. Jordan in the future. But what do you think? Comment down below whether the pacing was just right or it needed a little bit of work. It's your boy Maz, and we out.